When the economy crashed in 2008 and I lost everything I had, like I was doing well, like in sales, doing well. Like all my friends were all doing great. We all had the greatest jobs. We thought it was the greatest job at the time, right? You know, but when everything crashes, here's the problem. Now I don't have any education, right? I'm selling. I'm a top dog sales guy for sure, right? So I can go sell stuff other places, right? But nobody's hiring anymore because the economy crashed. And then I'm thinking, well, I worked my way up. I got my new condo, I got my new car, I got my big wheels, I got my money in the bank. And then it all went away, right? So I'm like, what the hell, man? I did all that work for nothing? It's because that work, yeah, it was good work, but the thing is, that work right there did not value to anything, right? It valued to money. That's it, just money, right? So if you're just constantly doing things for just money or doing things that are not building value for you and your life and to help others, right? Then the results, you know, what you're getting out of it, right, is probably not going to be what you want. So then I'm like, well, wait a minute, man. I feel like I'm kind of cheap and easy right now, right? Like I didn't put the work in I should have did when I was a kid, when I was younger, right? And then now when I'm trying to go get a job, I'm not very valuable because I don't have any education behind me. Yeah, well, yeah, I got some good sales background. That's cool. And yeah, that's valuable. A lot of people become rich that way, right? I like to be a teacher. I like teaching, like I'm teaching you guys, like I'm teaching my students, right? So going back to college, getting my bachelor's degree, getting 3 master's degrees in education. See back there, those are all my education degrees, right? As a teacher, right? Now I could take vacations. You know, we get vacations every summer. I'm about to take spring break right now. Life is great now, right? And I'm grateful that I did this. But my point is now my life, I'm not cheap and easy, right? Now I'm valuable. I'm trying to help people. And my intentions are to help millions of people so they can understand what I know, so that you guys don't have to go through what I have been through, right? So the first part is education, right? So it doesn't matter what you do in your life, but me, it helped me because it helped my brain think better and improve my thinking, right? It allowed me to critically evaluate information, which I thought I was doing it before, but I didn't have enough background to be able to evaluate the information, right? So now I'm more valuable. I feel strong, I feel stable, I'm not confused, right? Well, when I was in sales, I was confused because I was like, what if something happens? And it happened, just like I thought it could, and everything went away. So anyway, the point of this video is don't be cheap and easy, right? Do something. You know, you can go to school, get your master's degree. You don't have to go to college, right? I know people don't want to spend that money, but to me, even by owing that money, you're going to owe, right? Like just developing those skills and those habits and that grit and that determination and that just overcoming the challenge and building your confidence, right? And following through is basically what everything you need to succeed in this life, right? So I tell my students that, you know, I never felt that there's anything I could not do, but when I did not have the education or I did not have the value there, right? I was a sales guy, but that was one thing. You know, if I had multiple things, that would be different. Now, my little brother, who kind of inspired me to do this because he passed away in 2012. He had 8 books out. He was famous, Michael Lewis Calvillo. 8 books, horror books. But he was a teacher, right? So he didn't make money on the books yet, but he was teaching. So he was valuable. He had a master's degree, you know, he had all those books out. My brother was a high value man, right? He had a decent life, great life with his family. He was happy, you know, and then he got sick and died. So it's sad, but he became high value. So now me, like I said, I'm looking over at him, I'm like, damn, you know, I thought I had it made. I was making more than everybody, and then everything went away, right? So that was before he passed, right? So then, of course, when he passed away, I'm like, man, I'm just miserable. I'm confused because I miss my brother. So I'm just going to go back to college, and I'm going to change my life, right? I'm going to do something that I really never wanted to do, never thought I would do, right? So, but I knew I could. I always knew I could, and you can too. So, put the work in, right? So your life isn't going to be cheap, and then that way, you know, people can't easily fire you or easily not hire you, right? But if you put that work in and you become that person you always were meant to be, whether it has to do with the gym, working out, when you're eating, right? It helps you stay in great shape and feel better, right? or when it comes to your occupation, right? Or when it comes to your family, right? You put the hard work in, you put the work in, right? If something is not easy, I make it easy, right? And that's the point, right? So let's not be cheap and easy, but let's put the work in to make things easy so we can become the person we should be, and then we become valuable. So anyway, hopefully that message can help somebody. So you guys can, hopefully this message will motivate people to become the person that they always should have been. Also, watch all these videos, because if you want inspiration and if you want to know how to do it, it's all there, right? For food, for exercise, right? And then there's a lot of videos to help your think better, because I'm trying to motivate people. So anyway, have a great day.